Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening, YouTube? You have tuned into Rules for Rebels, and got some kind of interesting news for you guys today. Fiverr.com has filed with the SEC to do an IPO. Fiverr's going public. So I figure we just kind of share this story, talk a little bit about this today. Let me know amongst you guys, how many of you guys are still active on Fiverr, either as buyers or as sellers? Go ahead and drop a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you're still active and what the platform's like these days. Probably from like 2014 up until maybe 2017, I was pretty active on Fiverr. I think in like 2015 and 2016, I probably spent about 2,500, maybe $3,000 a year, buying various Fiverr gigs. I used to be I think a level 4 seller on Fiverr. And I've gone away from the platform. I just kind of felt like the quality, I guess, it wasn't really worth me selling on there anymore for the little bit of money that it was bringing in. And as far as being a buyer on the platform, I kind of felt like the quality of work went down. And then on top of it, there's like no $5 gigs anymore. I went on there the other day and they charge like a $2 processing fee. So now I'm paying $7 for a gig. The actual person who's selling the gig is only getting $4 of that. They just take a really big cut. The quality of the work, it's always been kind of a mixed bag, but it seems to have gone downhill even more. And what really blows my mind about Fiverr, you see all these gigs on Fiverr and it's people like, I will launch your YouTube video to go viral, but they don't talk at all about what they're going to do to make your video go viral, and they don't provide you any reporting or anything after the fact on what they've done. So I'm pretty certain there's a lot of people out there who just throw up a gig and are just collecting money, marking delivered, and not doing anything at all. This is the SEC filing. It's pretty long. I'll link to it if any of you guys actually want to go through it and read it. It's how many pages we got here? I don't even know. It's long as shit. We can go over to Reddit. Here's some kind of bullet points about it, and we'll check out the article from TechCrunch as well. Let's see. Repeat customers make up 57% of revenue in 2018, which is up from 2% in 2017. And that's not really surprising. I think most people are going to buy at least a couple gigs on Fiverr. I don't think you're going to get somebody who comes, buys one gig, and never comes back again. People probably try a couple of designers or come back for a couple more gigs. Although I have a feeling that, and 57% recurring revenue or returning customers is actually really good in e-commerce. I have a feeling most people probably don't stick around much longer than 6 months or a year, but I could be wrong. In 2018, they have 2.1 million active buyers compared to 1.9 million in 2017. So they are growing. Active buyers are defined as anybody who makes one purchase in 12 months, irrespective of cancellations. And let's see, take rate or revenue as a percentage of gross merchandise volume. Total value of transactions processed through the platform was 25.7% and 24.5% for the years ending December 31st, 2018 and 2017. And Fiverr estimates a total market opportunity within the United States alone to be approximately 100 billion. Now, I'm really kind of torn on this. Like, I think Fiverr's kind of gone downhill. I think a lot of people have kind of soured on the gig economy. And a lot of people are kind of comparing this to both Uber and Lyft's IPO. And a couple years ago, it seemed like any IPO went public, even if it didn't wind up staying up, they would all at least get an initial bounce and people could make some money. Lately, man, it seems like every IPO is kind of a turd. We had Snapchat a while back. Lyft was disappointing. Uber is disappointing. I think a lot of people are starting to realize that, these companies who aren't making any money are way overvalued, and people just aren't jumping on board. And I noticed that kind of from the sentiments in the comments. Let's see, geez, this baby's worth at least 10 billion. I think that guy's being sarcastic. Almost identical revenue and income to BYND. They're worth 5 billion and they make veggie burgers. This is a tech company. We're probably talking about a 25 billion valuation easy. Let's see. Did you notice they have, let's see, what else do people say? Another shitty tech IPO, lovely. You can tell a recession is imminent by the decreasing quality of IPO. I don't think it says anything about a recession being imminent. I just think people are starting to realize that all these tech companies that don't make any money are overvalued. I also think the gig economy may come under some regulation. With this whole Uber thing, it's brought up a lot of discussions about contractors versus employees. And I think on Fiverr, people are clearly contractors, right? There's no illusion of people being employees. But people are really starting to talk about regulating the gig economy. Obviously, all the Uber drivers are kind of pissed off that they don't make any money, but yet they still continue to do it anyways. Let's see. And not finding a private buyer is a worrying sign, right? Because private buyers normally check their opportunities. So they're kind of saying that this is going to the public because, no institutional money or no private buyers have any interest in this. Let's see, what else do we got here? All these IPOs are a result of VCs pressuring the company to go public so they can dump their investments onto unsuspecting public after realizing they are never going to turn a profit on their investment. So it seems like people aren't too excited about this one. Let's check out the article from TechCrunch here. Fiverr files to go public, reports revenue of $75.5 million and a net loss of $36.1 million for 2018. Freelance marketplace Fiverr has filed to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. The company, which is headquartered in Tel Aviv, Israel, is losing money. Its net losses grew from $19.3 million in 2017 to $36.1 million in 2018. At the same time, revenue grew by nearly 45% from $52.1 million to $75.5 million. Our mission is to change how the world works together, Fiverr says in the filing. We started with a simple idea that people should be able to buy and sell digital services in the same fashion as physical goods on an e-commerce platform. On that basis, we set out to design a digital marketplace that is built with a comprehensive SKU-like services catalog and an efficient search, find, and order process that mirrors typical e-commerce transactions. Fiverr was founded in 2010, thanks in part to controversial marketing, is seen as a key player in the gig economy. It says it has facilitated more than 50 million in transactions between 5.5 million buyers and 830,000 freelancers who sell services like logo design, video creation and editing, website development, and blog writing. The company says its advantage includes the breadth of the marketplace and a network effect, where the number and success of buyers and freelancers on the site draws more buyers and freelancers. It also says the marketplace can be easily scaled as it adds more freelancers from around the world. As risk factors, the filing points to the need to continue growing the community, the possibility that the overall freelance market may not grow as quickly as the company expects, as the aforementioned history of losses. Fiverr raised $111 million in venture funding, according to Coinbase, from Bessemer Venture Partners, Excel, Square Peg Capital, Cumra Capital, and others. It also made some acquisitions in recent years, including content marketing marketplace ClearVoice and Co, which made a software for freelancers. So curious to hear kind of what you guys think about this. Kind of should be interesting to see what Fiverr does. I think one thing that Fiverr could do to get some renewed interest and maybe some new buyers and sellers on there is accept cryptocurrency. I realize the idea of like, hey, you should take crypto. It's very much so kind of a circle jerk discussion in the crypto community. But the reason why I think it could be effective is a couple of years ago, Fiverr actually did used to let you pay for gigs in Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin transaction fees started going up, they got rid of it. But you were able to pay with Bitcoin. The one downside, or the one thing a lot of freelancers complained about, is you were not able to, you were not actually able to be paid out in cryptocurrency. And there's another site that hasn't really taken off, but it's called CoinMall. And it's essentially a Fiverr. It's a place to sell services as well as digital products. And you can be paid or pay for services and gigs and products, ebooks, etc., with cryptocurrency. And this one hasn't really taken off. If you actually kind of sign up for an account and kind of browse the platform, you'll see that there's just not that many gigs up there. There's not that many buyers or sellers. And that's really kind of the one thing that Fiverr has going for it. I feel like anytime you start a marketplace that has two sides, whether it be a forum, a dating website, a buying and selling marketplace, it's really tough to do, because if you don't have buyers, sellers aren't going to come. If you don't have sellers, buyers aren't going to come. And, companies like Reddit and Tinder, among others, when they first started out, they had to use bots to kind of fake activity to get people on the platform, but it's really tough growing a platform that has two sides, whether it be men and women, buyers and sellers, anything else like that. So Fiverr's got kind of the same thing that Uber and Lyft have going for them in terms of where they get the value from. The value is in the marketplace. The value is that they did that initial tough part of building it. Whether they can sustain it, whether this IPO is profitable, is another thing yet to be seen. Let's do a little fun game here. So if everybody wants to kind of guess, I guess kind of what the opening price of the IPO will be, as well as what the price will be, I don't know, we'll say 6 months after they go public. And I guess none of us really know what price is going to come out at, but maybe you can guess what percentage it's going to drop. But I have a feeling Fiverr is not going to get a lot of love from investors, and I have a feeling it's probably going to be down like 30 to 50% within 6 months or a year of them going public. But only time will tell. We will see. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this story. Drop a comment in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button below. Until next time, guys, Rules for Rebels signing out.